Columbus Blue Jackets. It was an emotional year last year because of, obviously, the Gaudreau tragedy. But a surprising and amazing finish. They almost made the playoffs. They were really and truly one of those teams that you couldn't help but root for them.
Story of the year.
Absolutely. And the question now becomes, did they get any better? Did they outperform what they should have been last year? What are they now? I'll tell you, odds makers at BetMGM don't have them rated highly. 84.5 points is what they're listed at. Remember, the Blue Jackets had 89 last year, barely missed out on the playoffs, like I said. Finished the season with a 6-game winning streak, and it still was not enough. Okay, so I guess my question to you guys is, are they over 84.5 or under it?
Their goaltending still scares me, but over.
Okay. Jesse?
I'm going to take under.
Wow. Oh, so you think they're full-blown heading back?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Let me throw a number at you.
Adam hasn't made his pick.
Oh, I don't care.
I was starting.
No, I'm kidding, Adam.
I think that they're over that, considering the other teams in their division. I think they're going to be able to find those points because the bottom of this division still sucks. Let's be honest.
I think there was a lot of points given back by the Rangers that won't be given back this season.
I agree, but how many more points are going to be given by the Penguins and the Islanders, Jess?
Crosby's going to surprise you.
Yeah, maybe he will. He will.
Their top 4 goal scorers, 19 years old last year, 24, 21, 23. That's why you
Is
believe
that the goals or their age?
No, that's the age. Sorry.
I'm so confused.
Sorry.
What are you trying to say?
They're young. Their top goal scorers last year were very young.
What you do is you headline, you go, look at this young group.
Look at this young group.
Their ages
Here are their ages. And they also are their top goal scorers. 19 years of age, 24 years of age, 21 years of age, and 3 years of age. And Voronkov is the 23-year-old. He was tied with Zach Werenski, who had a psychotic 23 goals for a defenseman.
That's amazing.
Not named Cale Makar is insane.
Yeah, and you know what? The interesting thing with that forward group is that's exciting and that's great, but they didn't really add to it. You know, Charlie Coyle's great, but like what...
You add to it by
Miles
aging.
Wood.
You add to it by aging.
By aging. Miles Wood, if he gets back to the player that he was before Colorado.
That's asking a lot.
But you said, like Ken Johnson, Chinikov, Cole Sillinger, Voronkov, Marchenko scores a ton. And, you know, power forward of the year, Matthew Olivier is still there, too, to keep the flies off. I love him.
Fantilli at 31 goals at his age.
That's crazy.
Really underrated.
Yeah.
Really underrated player.
So my question is that enough in this division? It is a weaker division. Is that enough for them to make another charge at it?
They're not in contention, right? So to me, is like the video we recorded before this is the Hurricanes. Is that enough? Is a different conversation for the Hurricanes than it is for the Blue Jackets.
For the Hurricanes, is can they get to the finals? For these guys, can you get to the playoffs?
Yeah, with the Hurricanes, is that enough? We're talking about can they win it all? Blue Jackets just make the playoffs. I think this is enough to keep them in the hunt. I expect them to be in the hunt. I don't know what you call last year. I pray it wasn't a flash in the pan because it was a lot of fun.
Jesse, looking at the forward group,
yeah,
is there more they should do here, or is it kind of like what Steve said, just wait for it to age?
Yeah, like it's a good bet to just say, like these guys will get better. And it's not like they didn't make some moves in the last couple of years to try and fill in the gaps between with the young guys, like Voronkov's there,
yep,
and Monahan's there, and Coyle's there. Like there is a veteran presence amongst the young talent. And if you think that Fantilli's going to be like A+ all-star elite level, then you just need those extra players like Jenner around him, and you're pretty solid and set if those guys are the number one and they grow into that.
One place that Fantilli will always be an all-star is here in Toronto, where his entire family shows up and he always puts on a show. On the defense, Rowinski, Provorov, Severson, Fabro, those are your top 4. That's pretty good. And you know what? I think the Ivan Provorov deal surprised a lot of people because had Columbus been further out of it, they would have traded him. And they had to look around at what defensemen would be available. And it just makes sense for both sides for Provorov to stay and make that kind of money. A lot of people called it an overpay, though. Does it matter?
So in a vacuum, it's the worst move of the offseason, giving him all of that money. in the context of Columbus, it's okay because they're not up against the salary cap and they don't care about the money.
$13.4 million in cap space. They have the third most cap space in the entire NHL.
They have the money to overpay for Provorov. It doesn't make it a good deal, but it makes it less like worrisome on their cap. This isn't preventing them from doing anything.
Right. And
right now,
the question is, if you let him walk, who do you replace him with?
Exactly.
And then you're taking a step back, right? Mm-hmm. And the thing is, with where the cap's going, that number becomes easier and easier and easier to stomach as it goes. I wonder about guys like Dante Fabro, who they picked up from Nashville for nothing and came in and was valuable. Mm-hmm. And a guy like Eric Goodbranson too. Goodbranson's still only 33 years old. It feels like he's been in the NHL. Yeah.
What?
It feels like he's been in the NHL forever. He has. There seems to be good, responsible leadership here. Even if the skill isn't crazy high after Rowinski and Provorov, where do you think? And I'll include Damon Severson in that mid pack of defensemen. How does that stack up against other teams in this division, especially teams you're trying to get ahead of?
It's really not bad, honestly. Like this is pretty good. They move the hell out of the puck. Like we talked about their young forwards and how well they performed last year.
Yep.
I think it's because they have a real easy time getting the puck from their D. With the Hurricanes, we judge them really harshly because what are you going to look like in the playoffs? And all this puck moving, it becomes a lot more difficult once the playoffs arrive. Mission is get there for the Blue Jackets, and they're built well for the regular season.
Jess, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like their D in that it's not young like their forward group. It's not like you're relying on a bunch of young talent to take a step. They have the all-star caliber Norris-winning defenseman already in Werenski.
And they got Denton Matejchuk, but he's one guy.
Yeah, Matejchuk, and he'll be in the lineup, but you're not relying on him to carry a heavy load like you are relying with some of the younger guys in your forward group. I think it's solid, and it can hang with, like you said, a lot of the teams in the division, especially with Werenski back there. Like, this could be his Norris year.
Let's have a look at the goaltending here. Merzlikins, Jet Greaves, and Ivan Fedotov, who we think will probably be down with the Cleveland Monsters in order to get his game right. And 2.125 is all that is going to be carried along the cap for him. I think it's interesting that Elvis Merzlikins, he asked for a trade last summer, and Don Waddell said, "Yeah, we'd love to trade him, but nobody wants that contract." He's got to have a great year because Jet Greaves, who is supposed to be the goaltender, not of the future, of the now, is breathing down his neck. This is going to be a really interesting kind of goaltender tandem battle to watch.
If you're looking for hipster picks for the Calder, Jet Greaves, dude.
He's 24 though. Is he too old?
Nope. He's right on the line. He hasn't played quite enough games. He's at 21 career games. Last season in the AHL in 40 games, he was 21, 11, and 6 with a .920 save percentage, dominant at that level. Comes to the NHL, 11 games played, 7-2-2 with a .938.
Wow.
This guy's good. Now, that's 11 games.
Yep.
Yep. But if you're looking for a hipster pick, this is a team that almost made the playoffs last year, and they didn't get great goaltending, except for when he was in net.
Jesse, Elvis Merzlikins has not had a save percentage over 900 since the 21-22 shortened season. What are your thoughts on? Oh, that season wasn't shortened. Sorry, the season before that was shortened. It's COVID, but that was the year that he signed the big contract. Hasn't lived up to it. What does he got to do this year?
Yeah, I think the Ivan Fedotov pickup speaks volumes about Merzlikins and their confidence in him to be the goaltender for Columbus. It would not surprise me if he is not the starting goaltender for this team come February, January-ish, especially leading into the playoffs. If they see there's opportunity with Runnin Greaves and Fedotov, I think they go that way. And I don't know. I don't have the utmost confidence in him that he's going to be something that he hasn't been for the last like 3 seasons.
Right.
I haven't seen a good season out of Elvis in a little bit here. So it's kind of just cross your fingers and hope that he steps up and returns to form.
To me, I like there's no guarantee he even plays the season opener. Like Greaves
like
is that good and he's been that bad.
Okay, that's interesting. So that brings me to where do you think they finish? Remember, this is a division that was not very strong last year, and we expect at least 3 of the teams to be somewhat close to the bottom this year. What do you think? Columbus Blue Jackets, where do you have them placed?
I think they're going to be right in the fight, 5th.
I have them 5th as well. Jesse?
Yep, 5th makes the most sense.
Oh, no.
That means we're
They're
wrong.
winning.
It's funny. Yeah, we are all over the place with the over-under, but we're agreed on 5th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Okay, so that's the Columbus Blue Jackets season preview.